what will the fans think of next? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 bizarre television fan theories.
I bet he's wishing he was strangling someone.
Okay, that's our street. That's our street. He's going down our street. Okay, everybody.
Go.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at those theories about our favorite shows that fans have been debating.
Do you really know the governor personally?
Oh, he's a friend of a friend.
We'll stick to in-world theories, so if you think Firefly was canceled by the government or that The Simpsons predicted 9/11, you're looking at a list for another day.
Great! We're all going to New York!
Number 10. Time Warp, The Simpsons. We all know the numerous and creepy ways The Simpsons has predicted real-life events.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump.
However, longtime fans of the decade-spanning series have also noticed a bizarre inconsistency. While it makes sense to keep the show contained in a certain time frame, not allowing the characters to grow old, how come the show is always aware of the technologies, trends, and culture of the time it airs? The theory, backed by numerous Reddit users, is that Springfield is caught in a time warp, with its residents aware of the passing of time, but forever ageless themselves.
But that was just one little insignificant mosquito. That can't change the future, right?
Number 9. Feeding on children, Sesame Street. Similar to the Simpsons theory, very perceptive viewers seem to have noticed that the child residents of Sesame Street, while not ageless, seem to be disappearing and constantly replaced with new kids. This may be explained away by simple cast changes in the studio, but in the world of Sesame Street, the only morbid explanation is that these kids are slowly being fed to the count.
It is difficult to count these blocks in a pile.
Are we to believe that all these kids who have come and gone live on the same little patch of City Street? Has nobody notified the police about how they all go suddenly missing eventually?
I'm on my way. But first I must find someone to watch my counting booth.
Number 8. Who is the Scranton Strangler? The Office. Some may call the Scranton Strangler a throwaway gag that ended up as a recurring joke. A mysterious and murderous strangler in the quiet town of Scranton has no place in a situational comedy. Unless, of course, he's one of our main characters. Many have speculated as to the true identity of the Strangler, but most popular theories point to shy, quiet Toby from HR.
He's rubbing his neck.
He's rubbing his neck.
He's rubbing his neck.
Oh, Scranton Strangler!
Not only is he not around during crucial moments, such as the Strangler's police car chase, he also ends up claiming to have put an innocent man away after being on the Strangler jury.
A man's being put to death. I was part of the verdict, and I'm not so sure he's guilty anymore.
Number 7. Prequel to The Walking Dead, Breaking Bad. Not only do fans love making connections between popular fan-favorite shows, showrunners also love dropping Easter eggs in different properties. This could be a recipe for disaster in online forums.
He pulls a gun, sticks it right here. He says, "I'm gonna kill you, bitch."
Not only is Daryl's description of Merle's drug dealer spot on for Jesse from Breaking Bad, but early on in The Walking Dead, we get a look at what seems like Walter White's famous blue meth.
Crystal, X, don't need that.
While these might just be nods to their AMC sister show, fans have concluded that the blue meth caused the zombie outbreak, and that Breaking Bad is therefore a prequel to The Walking Dead. Number 6. Atomic Testing, SpongeBob SquarePants. We know that bizarre cartoons like SpongeBob SquarePants do not work in the rational universe. The moment we start questioning how half the things these guys do are possible underwater, we start losing our minds. This does not stop fans from needing answers as to how a sea sponge, a starfish, and other deep-sea creatures can walk and talk. Could it be that they're all the mutant results of some freak nuclear testing? Is Bikini Bottom actually located under the real-life famous nuclear test site Bikini Atoll? Well, it's always fun to theorize. Number 5. Jessica Fletcher, Serial Killer, Murder, She Wrote. Jessica Fletcher was the modern-day answer to Agatha Christie, a polite middle-aged lady and successful mystery writer who was always amazing at solving real-life murders. Jessica Fletcher always found herself in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I hope I didn't catch you in the middle of something.
However, after 12 seasons and over 200 episodes, some viewers began to theorize. Have the police never wondered how so many people have ended up dead around her?
It was Mrs. Fletcher's idea.
That's a lot of murder to be casually connected to. We guess it's not out of the question to claim that she needed material for her novels.
Well, Mr. Magnum, since you can't, I will.
Number 4. The Fresh Prince is dead. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This bizarre theory seems to have only one piece of evidence. the theme song.
Tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was an immense hit in the 90s, and even kids these days can easily sing you Will Smith's catchy theme song. The Fresh Prince rap was flipped, turned upside down, and dissected by fans, because it seems many refuse to believe that a poor kid from Philly could be sent to his rich relatives in Bel Air.
Got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air."
The explanation? The gang fight actually left Will for dead.
But I thought, man, forget it, yo, home's the Bel Air.
The cabbie then brought Will to his paradise, a world he never dreamed of, a mansion in Bel Air.
I still can't understand.
Sweetheart, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
Number 3, Zach's fantasy, Saved by the Bell. Only diehard fans will know that Saved by the Bell was somewhat of a spin-off to the much lesser-known Good Morning Miss Bliss. However, this other show explains our next theory. Fan favorites like Mr. Belding and Screech all returned in Saved by the Bell. But the biggest difference was the character of Zach Morris, who went from a middle school dork to the coolest dude at Bayside High.
Zach, you made it!
Hi, Mr. Belding.
Zach, what are you doing here?
The only possible explanation, it seems, is that the entirety of Saved by the Bell was younger Zach's fantasy version of high school. Number 2, the Hell Theory, Gilligan's Island.
The ships aground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle.
A fan theory that's been making the rounds for decades. Longtime viewers of Gilligan's Island have picked up on various clues, leading them to conclude that our castaways are stuck in hell. Although people have been saying it about Lost for years, some Gilligan fans have decided that all their favorite characters died at the opening of the show and are now stranded on an island representing the afterlife. For the cherry on top, let's not forget that our castaways seem to fittingly symbolize the 7 deadly sins, with Gilligan himself serving as Lucifer. Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Gadget doesn't even suspect we're here. He's in for a surprise, isn't he?
Ezra Powell passed away last night. But I'm sure you already knew about that.
No, I just got in.
Got an unidentified body in bin number 8. Even money, it was probably someone under your care.
Let's play a little game. It's called Pin the Tail on the Donkey. And you two can be the donkeys.
Number 1, Post-Apocalyptic Future, The Flintstones and the Jetsons. 2 classic sitcoms from the 60s, not to mention 2 of the greatest cartoon families of all time. One takes place in the Stone Age, the other high above the clouds in a futuristic city. Although seemingly centuries apart, fans still found a way to connect these Hanna-Barbera properties, theorizing that the Flintstones and the Rubbles live in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, while rich families like the Jetsons created cities up in the clouds above them.
George, I told you this wasn't our car.
It's not our car? Then where's the guy it belongs to?
However, this doesn't explain the time-traveling 1987 movie, The Jetsons Meet the Flintstones.
They're out of the past, all right. Some kind of crazy flying nuts.
I say let's get out of here while there's still time.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.